Aquarius, how you doing? Welcome to your energy tarot reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 4th to the 10th of November. Hope you're doing well. Did you manage to see the energy update that we did earlier on in this week? It's interesting times, transition of energies, and a lot of people are losing their feet. We're also doing a transition. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, your good selves. With Pluto moving into your sign in the 19th, I think it is, of November. So it's going to be interesting. But we'll go into a little bit about how the energies and affecting your elements within your sign a little bit later on. In the meantime, let's just get some messages from the Astroflower and pull some cards. Let's just see what's going on. So we've got the general energy that's coming through you. You're doing a lot, but it's causing you frustration. It seems like you're running from pillar to post, doing a lot of things for a lot of people, or maybe doing a lot of things in the business world and not getting the results. That's the sort of feeling that's coming out of this. What can you be doing to be doing that? I think you need to slow down a little bit. Not slow down, but slow down on your expectations. That's what I think needs to happen here. Yeah, I think patience. Look at that. Yeah, totally. You need to be patient about the world, and turning negative into positive starts from within you. So, before you can ask the rest of the world to be positive, you've got to start dealing in it in a certain way. And I think it's all to do with rhythm. I think it's all to do with the way in which you engage. Sometimes you're going a little bit too quickly with fixed expectations out of the situation. Okay, so I'll just be a little bit wary of that. Let's just see what's going on your relationship side here. There's a desire, and it's on your karmic path here, to engage with the greater society. So it's friends, family, community, that sort of thing. There's a desire to go into that. I'm not sure whether on a personal relationship, it just seems a little bit sticky at the moment, a little bit difficult maybe. And I think possibly that it's on your karmic path to sort of say to you, in order to relax and enjoy, just immerse yourself in the greater community that is around you. And yeah, it's a much more of a degree of quantity rather than quality. Couldn't think which way around it came then. Quantity rather than quality in regards to sort of socializing. The universe is encouraging that, I think, within your life. In your past self, what I'm getting here is that there's a bit of a rut going on. Same sort of scenario. And I think that's not what you want in the future. And there's a big decision to be made in the future here. There's a splitting of the pathways here. About how what sort of engagement you have with life. Let's just see what the lessons are out of this week here. Okay, so what I get out of it is that we're all evolving, and we're all evolving at different speeds, and this is where the timing could be out, because you may well be evolving spiritually on much quicker than the world that is around you. And it may be a case is just like kind of going, someone send out a few emails, get people online, get people in the rhythm of life, and you're feeling a little bit out of sync of it all. And this is where it's sort of like, everybody's on. You got to keep that in mind, I think. But this is where the patience comes into it. You've got to keep it in mind that everybody's on a learning curve, and some people's learning curves are very, slow, and other people's learning curves are incredibly quick. So, I'll just be a little bit wary of that. Basically, let's just see what the cards say. Yeah, it's work. Yeah, I think you've got work. This is your karmic path here. You've got the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you're knuckling down to some serious fundamental relationship stuff here, working out some good sort of not compromises, but working on a model that can work, that's something that can work. And it seems to be work and labouring in a little bit on your connection to the universe. This is more to do with the timing of things, and I think here is like, I think you need to choose your social connections very wisely, because not everybody's going to be understand, you know, what you're going through. So I would, you know, engage with people who are a little bit like-minded in the sense of, you know, your spiritual path or your emotional path and so forth, and that can sort of like bring a bit more sort of timing involved and stuff like that, you know. Okay, so from the past, you need healing from the past. With the Four of Swords, healing from the past, you've got the Page of Pentacles. I think you're going to find this healing in rhythm, in, you know, taking 5 seconds before you engage. Just kind of go, okay, and breathe. In regards to relationships, you have everything on your side, really. I think you do. I think you have a huge amount of depth within you. I think you have the capacity to do a great deal of things, but there is a bit of frustration that the rest of the world doesn't seem to be coming up to speed, and this is where you're sort of saying, you know, I have everything to be in a really, really good way. Why am I not getting the returns from the outside world at the moment? And then you get the Ten of Cups out the top. This is be happy, don't worry sort of scenario here. I think basically your future is, there's certain things that you need to iron out. There's a little bit of work that you need to do on your karmic path, on what you should be living, you know, to learn what you should be learning in this life here, but also and connecting with the people that you should be connecting with in a very rhythmical and consistent way. The moment you start doing that and you allow that healing of your past to happen, where I think you've done a big leap forward in the last year and a half, and it might have just put you ahead and out on your own in a little bit, and you may get that sort of sensation within your relationship side. So I would really look at sort of like taking time out and not trying to push anything at the moment. Really sit within that temperance energy, and it's, you know, temperance comes from time, T-E-M-P, which is time in Latin or in French or what have you, and that's what it's all about, timing, really, more than anything else. And that, I think that's what you've got to work on this week in regards to the world around you. Don't forget, it's usually the situation's the problem, not the person that's in front of you. Let's have a look what's going on your financial side. This is also timing. There's a lot of frustration here as well, I think. You do have your karmic path starting to play in your favour. So it's sort of like swinging from the past to the future. And it's like a pendulum. It's building momentum. And you do need to be a little bit patient about it. So I would still keep plugging away, because that's what I feel like you've been doing for some time now. You've been plugging away, but may not have got the ultimate results that you wanted. There's been successes, there's no doubt about it, but I don't think you've got the ultimate results. In the regards to the universe is actually bringing into this. The more you're patient with the world around you, the more the world will come and get you. It's almost as if you're kind of like, you're pretending you've got something in your hand. If you go to a kid and you kind of go, oh, look at that, wow. Kid's going to come over to you and kind of go, what's going on? What's in your hands? And you kind of go, wow, look at it, just life. Life is in your hands. You know, if you take on that sort of attitude, I think you're going to get a lot more results within the financial world that is around you. I think it's going to really bear well for you. But yeah, there's a lot of things coming into your life. The more patient you are about life, the more results you're going to get. You're deconstructing from the past here. There's a certain aspects that you're deconstructing. So there might be, like, you might have been working, you might have had a job, and you're working on a side business, and the side business is sort of like, it sort of took off, but it didn't really take off, and you kind of go, well, you know what I mean, the time I'm spending on it, the amount of money I get out of it, is it really worth it? That sort of thing I'm getting out of it. So there's a bit of streamlining going on from the past here. Let's see what's going on to the future. The future brings security for you, and this is where patience is. There seems to be an opportunity that's coming in because you're patient. You've got to be a little bit poker faced about business or jobs or stuff like that. You know, when you go into a job, it's not a case of going into a job sort of kind of going, you know, if I get the job, if I get the job, if I don't get the job, I don't get the job, you're fine. You know, but you've got to sort of saying, you've got to go in there kind of within you, kind of sort of saying, I deserve this job, and you'll be a fool not to give it to me. That sort of thing. You know, that sort of attitude, I think, once you do that, that's when you can really open up a great deal of opportunity and security for you. And it's being patient, knowing that you could easily do that job, knowing that you could easily be that sort of person and what have you. Let's just see what's going on the lessons for this week here. Scarcity makes the value. This is why I don't think you should be giving away too much this week here. Don't go on the hard sell. You know, it's a case of kind of going, you've got a good product, and someone's sort of saying, you know, should I buy it, shouldn't I buy it? Kind of go, well, it's a good product and everything like that. You know, if I have to completely convince you to buy it, you might end up with a customer that comes back and goes, oh, I don't actually like it. You said it would do this and that and the other, and it didn't really do this, and it depends on how they use your product, and kind of go, well, you didn't use it in this way. Well, you didn't tell me, you know, and they become a nightmare client. So, you know, I would be just wary about sort of giving out too much to the world around you. Okay, yeah, on your karmic path there is using your intuition. Using the feeling that is within you. As I said, the karmic thing is sort of flowing towards you. It's swinging in your favour. And to encourage that, this is where you've got to step back a bit, observe the world, be patient, and allow things to actually come through for you. And it will help you to really observe things and get things done for you. The moon card comes in on this side here, which is pretty good because it's with your waters as well, and it's fixed as well. And the moon card is a Scorpio sign, so that's fixed water as well. It does play well for you. I think there's an opportunity here, and this is all about that temperance card. He's got the moon there and the sun. I think this is where you're trying to sort of like, if you're patient about it and don't give away too much, don't expose yourself too much to the world, as it were, or don't give away too much to the world. You know, allow them to come to you. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by a big opportunity for you. Where did the sun go? Where did the happiness go? Aquarius. This is what I think the streamline's all about. I almost feel like you're kind of going, you know what I mean? I said, you know what happened? I was really enjoying life. I was doing really well, and all of a sudden I'm not doing so well. And where did that happiness go? Where did that joy and bravado to sort of get out there and enjoy life? You know, I think you need that kicker to come back in. Look at that, you've got the moon and the sun. Look at that, Aquarius. You know, it is. You can't get. No, hang on. Where's that? Where's the temperance card? There it is. I want to get it in the middle, and I'm going to get it on the right side. Oh, what a palaver! You know, that's what life. That sums up life. I'm trying to go too quickly, and for you at the moment, Aquarius, that's what sums it up, and that's what. It's a real transition of you sort of saying and it comes from within you. The timing comes from within you. You can't put it at the door at anybody else's door here. You know, yes, the world may be going slow around you, but then it's for you to adapt to the world around you rather than to make the entire world adapt to you. It just doesn't work. That doesn't work. That's the way. It's like making sure everybody else is okay before I'm okay. It just doesn't work. There's 8 billion people on this planet. Forget about the trees and the animals and stuff like that. You're never going to do it. And the similar sort of thing here is going to, you know, don't try and get the world to completely adjust to you. Use the world in its good way. But it's all about timing. It's all about timing. That's your future self. I think you've got a great possibility to find that. A really good possibility to find that love and happiness in your life. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, Aquarius. It's you coming together with something. And as I said, I think if you do a bit of streamlining and get back to the happiness of your life, and enjoying and having that get up and go, you're gonna have to use your intuition. You're gonna have to use the timing of things. Meditating, I think, would be really good for you at the moment. Exploring meditations, exploring activities that just slow things down a little bit, and that's going to really help you out. And look at the top of there, you get the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a learned spiritual person, and I think this is a case where within the world of finances, it's that happiness, that Hierophant there, he knows the step he needs to take to get towards his happiness, and that's happiness there. But he's had to go a little bit through the shadow side, and he has to get in alignment with himself. And alignment with himself means alignment with the world around him. And that, I think, once you start doing that, that's when you're going to really get some good results. There's a lot of work for you this week, I think, more than anything else. There's a lot of work for you this week. Sorry, I just had the neighbour saying hello. But yeah, I think it's worth it. I definitely think it's worth it. Let's just go on and see how the elements are affecting your sign this week here. We'll start off with the sun. Let's just bring the sun in. Here it is here. There we go. Hang on a second. There we go. There's the sun. So we had a couple of X-flares earlier on in the week. That was Monday and Tuesday last week. Nothing really came of it. You had some YouTubers that were going on, oh, X-flares, the sky is falling and everything like that. You know, there's a lot of fear-mongering in the world and illusions that's been sold. It's quite funny when I look at it. But yeah, so they never really hit Earth. They sort of like gave us a side swipe. And there's even been an X-flare that came right off in the centre of the sun on, I think it was Friday. But there was no plasma attached to it, and there was no CME really attached to it. So I don't think we're going to get a major change in energies in that respect. It's still influencing the air energy within the Earth, which is really good for you. But this is where, you know, you can pick up on it very quickly. But the rest of the world, Earth signs, water signs, definitely. Fire signs a little bit less so. You know, may not have got the message, and they may not be going as quickly as you want. But there is a lot of filaments as well, and we had a major filament eruption. There has been some that's been coming in the direction of the Earth, but they weren't really big ones. But there was quite a big one that happened off in front of the sun, so it was increasing the air energy again because it's creating that static electricity in the system. And that air energy is going to drive sort of the crown chakra, third eye and throat chakra and all of that sort of thing. Much more sort of Aryan sort of like thinking and stuff like that. I think that's why meditation would be really good for you. So we're looking at the combination of air and water. Now, let's have a look at your sign. Your sign, fixed sign, air and water. It works perfect for you. It's absolutely perfect. I'm sorry that the world around you may not totally understand this, but you have this capacity. You are that water bearer. You know, you're John the Baptist. That's what it is. You know, you have all of this sort of like, you have that combination between emotional departure, emotional origins that move into very mental applications, and that's a good thing. I don't mean mental in a bad way. You know, mental as in, you know, logical conclusions to those emotions. Okay, so we're going to be looking at mainly water and air sort of scenario connections. I want to look at this water coming in here, up here, and see what this connection is between the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups I think that's really quite important. The other thing I want to be looking at is these karmic paths here. And this section here, because you've got nothing but air and water down that base there. There's a little bit of fire at the top there, and that could be what you're driving on for your happiness and your sunshine and stuff like that. So it's the sun and the moon and the high priestess as well. And you got the Hierophant. I didn't realise that. I'll go back into that and tell you about that. But yeah, let's just have a look at that and let's pull some cards and see what's happening on that sort of front. So when you get the high priestess and the Hierophant, it's divine counterparts. It's a divine plan for you in regards to what you want to be doing financially in the world. And it goes from your karmic path to the lessons as well. Absolutely beautiful. Through your intuition, this is where you can use your air energy and your water energy to really get the results that you want out of life. Okay? But let's just start with this water that comes in here, this mutable water that comes in from Pisces, your neighbour. It's a pure water sign, and it comes through here, and it encompasses also this high priestess sign as well, through the temperance. Let's just see what they're trying to bring in there. Page of Wands. Yeah, I think you need to relax a little bit. I think this is what comes out in the future for you. Once you start getting into the timing and you realise that actually, people are not doing, being blocking you or being nasty to you or anything like that. They actually, the real situation is they don't understand maybe. That's the sort of situation. And yeah, and I think you need to work on that. I think you need to work on being a little bit more sort of relaxed and laid back about the outcome of your relationship side. Take a bit of pressure off yourself, and that's what the meditation does for you and everything like that. And I think that's what the overall energies are trying to help you with. Get you back into that timing so you can cultivate happiness over a long time and not just moments of joy which don't maintain the happiness within your life. Okay, let's just have a look at these combinations between these three cards here. See how that's going on. Well, you got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is, complications that have been recent within your life. There's, that is spent. But you got these Two of Cups that's just behind you. Once you realise, once you take the time out and the patience, and once you are patient, therefore you can use your intuition to a better degree. And once you use your intuition, that's when you get the good results. And you get the Devil card there. Capricorn energy. Devil is in the detail. And this could well be this offering that's coming into your life. It could be like you're really, really tempted. And I think you should be gearing along the lines of, does it make me happy? Does it make me secure in my life? This offer that comes in, this surprise offer that's coming into your life. Okay? And you get the Page of Cups. A lot of pages going on now. There's a lot of pages of understanding. So pages is learning to be a knight. And what at the moment, what I usually say on the Page of Cups here is what seemed impossible in the past can now seem possible. And I think this is what's happening here. If you stop looking to the why did it not take off like it should have done, my business or my job or my career path, why did it not take off like I thought it was going to do? It's never going to work. That sort of attitude you've got to really change around, and that's where you're going to need to take time out, a little bit more sort of patient with yourself. And once you start doing that, that's when you're going to start realizing that actually it's very possible to really enjoy and really reinvigorate that sort of determination that you have within you, which is fantastic when you got it in gear. But here it's like you're trying to drive a car up a hill in fourth gear when you should be in second. That's what it's saying. It's all about the timing, I think, more than anything else, Aquarius. So yeah, there you go. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you get the best out of these readings. Don't forget about the energy update that's on our channel. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.